Okay, Robert, so the last service we're talking about today is Uglii Gov Biz Mate.
Yes, Joe. Now, this is a service for governments, and it's a free service for governments, and it allows them to put their information related to products and services in our taxonomy. Okay, so we'll just have a look at how the government authorised person can add that information. So we're going to log in. This role has been given to them by the affiliate in their country.
Right.
And as you can see, it's specialised role. Their control panel exists purely of government information. So if we now click on the government information sets, now as you can see, they've already added some information in there. So we will simply click on the top one there and go edit, just to have a look at the process of adding this information. Now, an information set is a piece of information that can be applied to one or more elements of our taxonomy, one or more products or services. So in this case, the information set name is the provision of samples of wine from a cellar door. And it's talking about the exemption of sampling wine from various liquor controls.
Right.
The other information required is the link to that web page containing that information.
Okay.
And it's a topic. So obviously it's provision of in this instance.
Sure.
There's a range of topics here. Most of them are all the same. There's two that are slightly different. Now, if we click on restriction of export to or restriction of import from, you'll notice that there's a country tab that appears that enables the government to identify the country that it doesn't want its businesses dealing with.
Oh, I see.
Now, not only does it put the information that it wants those businesses to read about that restriction, but it will also restrict offers from those countries, businesses in those countries that have been identified.
Okay.
So businesses of that country can't inadvertently make requests or offers through our system that will put them in contravention of those rules.
Right, I understand.
Okay.
Sure.
So getting back to this example, once they click on publish information, they now select the taxonomy that it's going to link to. And as you can see, we've got a couple of them in here.
Okay.
The third tab is their jurisdiction. Now, in this instance, we're talking about a state government. So obviously it doesn't apply to all of the states within that country. So it only applies to Western Australia in this instance. Okay, so that's how simple it is for a government to add information in the taxonomy. If we want to just have a look at that information, how it's presented in a search, if we go to search and put in red wine in this instance, and look at red wines various, you can see if we click on related information and government information, if we go down to provision of, then there is the information and the authority that's presented it. We click on that link and it presents the information.
Okay.
Now, should the government want to change any wording in that regulation, they simply manage their web page for that information. They don't need to refer back to our system unless the page changes.
Okay.
So a very simple process, but it enables businesses to have real clarity on what the government regulations are around the products and services that concern them, whether they want to import or export or invest in. It shows them, and they can very quickly compare between states of a country and between countries as to who offers the best deal or what.
Right. And there is a much more comprehensive description of Uglii Gov Biz Mate on our website at uglii.com/Gov Biz Mate.
Yes, and you'll find it on the front page.
Right.
Uglii.com.
Okay. All right, does that conclude our running through of all the services, Robert?
Yes, it's been a quick run through.
Okay.
But, and there's a lot of information on the website. So within the control panel, business will find information relating to the particular products or services. So where we've given a quick overview here, they can find more detailed help pages in the control panels.
All right, well, thank you very much, Robert.
Pleasure, Joe. Thank you.